I paid for my father's nursing home while my siblings were selling his house, and I didn't find out until the bank notification hit my phone at 6:42 a.m. That was the moment everything cracked. What I uncovered after that still makes my hands shake when I think about it. For most of my adult life, I was the responsible one, the sibling who answered calls, the one who showed up, the one who sent money without asking too many questions. My father had raised us alone after my mom died, and when his health started failing, I promised myself I wouldn't abandon him the way life had already done. So, when the doctor said he needed full-time care, I stepped in. At first, it was small. A few $100s a month to help cover the nursing home. Then the bills got bigger. Medication, physical therapy, extra care because he fell at night. Every time the facility called, I paid. I told myself this is what family does. My brother and sister always had excuses. Kids, debt, bad timing. We'll help later, they said. I believed them. I visited my dad every Sunday. He always squeezed my hand and asked the same question. Is everything taken care of? I'd smile and lie. Yeah, Dad. Don't worry. His room smelled like disinfectant and stale coffee, and every time I left, it felt like I was abandoning him again. So I worked more. I skipped vacations. I drained my savings. I told no one. Then one morning, my phone buzzed while I was half asleep. A bank alert, large incoming transfer. Followed by another notification. Property sale recorded. I sat up so fast I felt dizzy. I didn't own property. Neither did my siblings, as far as I knew. Then I saw the address. It was my father's house. The house we grew up in. The house with the creaky stairs and the apple tree in the backyard. The house my dad had sworn would stay in the family. I stared at the screen, my mouth dry, my heart pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I called my brother immediately, straight to voicemail. I called my sister. Ringing. Nothing. By noon I had confirmation from the county office. The house had been sold 2 weeks earlier. Cash sale. Fast closing. My siblings were listed as sellers. My name was nowhere. I felt sick. I drove to the nursing home and sat with my dad, watching him struggle to sip his soup. I asked him if he knew anything about the house. He looked confused. I thought you were handling that, he said softly. My chest tightened. They had told him I was involved. They had let him believe I approved. That night, my sister finally texted me. We needed the money. You're doing fine anyway. That was it. No apology. No explanation. Just that. I asked where the money went. She said they were sorting things out. I asked why none of it went to Dad's care. She didn't respond. I didn't sleep. I pulled bank statements, emails, old messages. I realized something horrifying. While I was paying thousands every month for the nursing home, they were planning the sale behind my back, timing visits when I was working, signing paperwork while I trusted them. They weren't overwhelmed. They were opportunistic. The next day, I confronted them in person. My hands were shaking, but my voice was calm. I asked simple questions. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't Dad get a cent? My brother rolled his eyes. My sister said, you always wanted control anyway. That's when I knew they didn't feel guilty. They felt entitled. I recorded everything. Their words, their excuses, their silence when I asked about Dad. I contacted a lawyer, then Adult Protective Services, then the nursing home administration. One by one, the truth became official. What they did wasn't just immoral, it was illegal. The investigation took months. During that time, I kept paying for my father's care. I sat with him through doctor visits and confusion and quiet moments where he asked for my mom. I didn't tell him everything. He didn't need that weight. In the end, the court froze the remaining proceeds from the house sale. My siblings were ordered to reimburse the nursing home costs. My father's care was secured. They lost more than money. They lost access, they lost credibility, they lost me. The last time I saw my brother, he said, "You really went too far." I looked at him and felt nothing. No anger, no guilt, just clarity. I didn't go too far. I finally went far enough. My dad passed away peacefully 6 months later. I was holding his hand. He smiled at me once and whispered, "Thank you for taking care of me." That was the payoff, not revenge. Not justice. That moment. If there's one thing I learned, it's this. The people who exploit your silence will always call you cruel when you speak up. But protecting someone who can't protect themselves is never betrayal. It's love. If this story hit close to home, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to know what happened after the investigation ended, that's a story for another time.